You wake up and everything feels wrong. Not broken, just wrong. The job you once loved now drains you. Your relationships feel flat. The goals you set feel distant and meaningless. Maybe I need to change everything, you think. Quit your job. Move cities. End that relationship. Start over. This impulse to demolish your life when feeling unhappy isn't rare. We've all felt that desperate urge to escape when things don't feel right. The anxiety whispers that massive change is the only solution. What if you don't need to burn it all down? What if feeling better doesn't require changing everything? Most of our distress comes from how we interpret our circumstances, not the circumstances themselves. This insight isn't new. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, nearly 2,000 years ago. Get rid of the judgment, and you've gotten rid of the I am hurt. Get rid of the I am hurt, and you've gotten rid of the hurt itself. Your pain is real. Your struggles matter. Yet often what makes them unbearable is the story you tell yourself about them. Take Sam, a marketing professional who felt increasingly anxious at work. His first instinct was to quit and find a new career. But when he examined his thoughts, he realized his anxiety stemmed from one belief. My colleagues think my ideas are terrible. This assumption poisoned every meeting and interaction. Sam didn't need a new job, he needed a new interpretation. After challenging this belief by actually talking with colleagues, he discovered they valued his input. His anxiety decreased without changing his external circumstances. This approach draws from cognitive behavioral therapy, which psychologist Aaron Beck developed. Beck found that our emotions don't come directly from events but from our thoughts about those events. Change the thoughts, and you often change the feelings. The ancient Stoics understood this too. Epictetus famously said, "People are disturbed not by things, but by their judgments about things." Your suffering often lives in the gap between reality and your expectations. When you feel the urge to change everything, try these steps first. Identify the feeling. Name the emotion exactly. Are you bored? Lonely? Unfulfilled? Anxious? Naming emotions reduces their power. Question your interpretation. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about this situation? Write it down. Look for absolutes like always, or never, and catastrophic thinking. Challenge distortions. Psychologist David Burns identified common thinking patterns that cause distress. Mind reading assuming you know what others think, fortune telling predicting negative outcomes, all or nothing thinking, and personalizing. Spot these patterns in your thinking. Experiment with new perspectives. Ask, what else might be true? Or, how would someone I admire view this situation? This creates mental flexibility. Make targeted changes. Once you've clarified your thinking, you might still want changes. But now they can be precise and effective instead of sweeping and desperate. Many life improvements don't require dramatic upheaval. Small, consistent actions often create more lasting change than grand gestures. When Claire felt disconnected from her partner, her instinct was to end the relationship. Instead, she tried daily 5-minute conversations without distractions. This tiny change gradually rebuilt their connection. When Mike felt stagnant in his career, rather than quitting, he dedicated 30 minutes each morning to learning something new in his field. 6 months later, those skills led to a promotion. These aren't dramatic solutions. They won't make good Instagram stories. But they work because they address the actual problems without creating new ones. Psychologist Viktor Frankl, who survived Nazi concentration camps, wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This isn't about giving up or accepting injustice. It's about recognizing where your power actually lies. Sometimes external change is necessary. Abusive relationships require leaving. Toxic work environments deserve your resignation. Discriminatory systems need dismantling. But many times, our urge to change everything comes from inner discomfort we're trying to escape. The problem with this approach is that we bring ourselves to every new situation. New cities still contain the same you. New relationships eventually reveal your same patterns. New jobs ultimately trigger your familiar insecurities. Psychiatrist Alfred Adler believed that many psychological issues stem from feelings of inferiority and the compensatory strategies we develop. These strategies, what he called our lifestyle, follow us wherever we go until we address them directly. The philosopher Alain de Botton suggests that many of us suffer from status anxiety, constant worry about our position in society. Changing external circumstances often fails to resolve this because we simply transfer our anxieties to new settings. What actually helps? Psychologist Kristin Neff's research shows that self-compassion, treating yourself with the kindness you'd offer a friend, reduces anxiety and depression more effectively than self-criticism or even self-esteem. Try this exercise. When feeling the urge to change everything, speak to yourself as you would to someone you love. This is hard right now. You're struggling, and that's okay. What do you need in this moment? Often, what you need isn't a new life but a new way of living in this one. Small adjustments to daily habits, thought patterns, and focus can transform your experience without requiring a complete overhaul. The philosopher Pierre Hadot described ancient philosophy as spiritual exercises, meant to transform one's way of seeing and being in the world. Modern psychology confirms this wisdom. Changing perception often changes experience. You don't need to change everything to feel better. Start with how you see what's already there. Look closely at your thoughts. Question your assumptions. Practice self-compassion. Make small, targeted improvements. The life you want might be hiding inside the life you have, waiting for you to see it differently.